Alright guys, it is me Hitman here once again with another GTA 5 online car build, and this time, as you probably guessed from the title and possibly the thumbnail, possibly, I don't even know. Anyway, it is going to be Brian's Mk.1 Escort from Fast and Furious, I believe 6? Yeah, it's 6, definitely. But anyway guys, this is from pretty much the scenes where they have to find the old school cars without electronics to try and bypass all the EMPs and stuff, so they can't be tracked and shit. So anyway, so as I said, old school cars. This car is actually going to be the Volker Warner in GTA 5 Online. You can buy this car off Southern San Andreas Super Autos for about $120,000. It came with, I think, the High Life DLC, either the High Life DLC or the I'm Not a Hipster pack. I can't remember, but that was back on PS3, so I actually can't remember if you can get this or not in the PS3, in the PS4, if you didn't have the PS3 one. But either way, it's actually a pretty beast car. It's definitely one of my favorite cars in the game in terms of if you need a car for a heist or something. I mean, it's 4 doors, it's rear wheel drive, it's an absolute tank, and it can take a lot of damage. But anyway, yeah, definitely one of my favorite cars. It's a beast car to drive. If you want a little drift car or something, it's actually really nice as well. But anyway guys, first of all, what you're going to do is go into bumpers, and basically all you have to do is leave them on stock, because we want this to look as much like the movie as possible, and in the movie it was a basically stock car. I mean, you want to make it look just as regular as you can. I mean, having all the stock ones does make it look really clean. It makes it look really nice. Having all the chrome on it does add an extra dimension to the car as well, and it really just makes it look more like the movie car. I mean, in terms of looks and stuff, like you could put other stuff on, but I mean, personally, I like to make them look exactly like the movie. Now, the exhaust is something you really can just leave up to yourself. Personally, I went for the titanium exhaust. Obviously, it would have the stock exhaust in the movie, I guess, but well, I'm dying again. What? Anyway, the exhaust and stuff doesn't really matter too much. I went with the exposed intercooler. I don't really know why. You could just go with the stock grill, but I think the exposed intercooler looks a bit brighter. I think it does probably look a little bit more like the movie car. Anyway, it does actually look really good. I actually quite like having the exposed intercooler all the time. Anyway, stock headlights, of course. I mean, there's no real reason you'd have, I suppose, any of the other stuff. Like, there's really not much point. Anyway guys, so yeah, actually I suppose we're using it obviously as the Mk.1 Escort, but this car is also kind of more aimed towards the 2000 GT or the 72 GTR from Nissan if you're in America. But yeah, so it's kind of more geared towards that one. If I was doing a GTR build, I would definitely use this. But anyway guys, paint is super important. We're going to go to metallics, or if you can't see it in metallics, it's classics, and we will be going into the blues section, and you'll be selecting the dark blue. This is definitely the color you're going to want to use, definitely in metallics, and that's kind of what you're going to have to use. And for the pearlescent, I went with frost white. The pearlescent you can use frost white or ultra blue, also on the secondary is going to be frost white. That's the central color. Now obviously in the movie it does have like 2 single stripes down the middle, but obviously we can't have that in the game, so we're just going to go with the single white stripe. And having the secondary color as white does also make the roll cage white, which I think does actually add a really nice extra dimension to the car, and does make it actually look very good. Now for the roll cage, instead of no roll cage, we're just going to go with the stock roll cage, or the roll cage and chassis upgrade. It does make it a little bit more rigid on the road, does make it really nice. It does make it look like the inside kind of like pops a little bit, and it does also add the extra bucket seats, which does look really good and kind of adds a little extra dimension to the whole Fast and Furious thing. But anyway, yeah, for the arch extensions, there's no skirts in this car, but the arch extensions are going to be just the custom ones, not the carbon ones or anything, just the plain custom ones. Does make it slightly wider and stuff, and if you use the advanced rifle drop glitch, it does look really good, because the wheels sink into the wheel wells absolutely perfectly, and they do look really good. Yeah, so suspension, we're just going to put the suspension on the lowest. Like, there's nothing really else I'd ever put it on. The lowest is definitely what you're going to want to put it on, most definitely, without a doubt. That's what you're going to have. Anyway guys, the wheels on this are super important. We're going to go for the dished 8s in the tuner class. These are the wheels I use on pretty much all of my tuners or cars with smaller size wheels or wheel wells. These are definitely what I'm always going to use on all my cars pretty much. I love these, especially on some of my supercars and stuff. I do actually quite like these as well. I think they're probably some of the best looking wheels in the game. I mean, on a lot of my cars I do actually use them, because they look really clean, really simple, and really nice, and especially in gold like this car, they do look really good. Personally, I love them, especially the ones with the little chrome trim around the outside. I don't really like the other ones. You can get ones without the chrome trim, which I'm not really a big fan of. But yeah, so the rest of the car is pretty much up to you. Obviously, I always put on limo windows because I love having the limo windows on my car. But it's again, it's very much up to you what you choose. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. That is my car build for Brian O'Connor's Mk.1 Escort from Fast and Furious 6. Or if you're if you're going to comment on the video saying it's not a Mk.1 Escort, I do acknowledge that it is the 72 GT or the 2000 GT. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much my video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure you check out some of my other videos, including my other GTA videos, my Call of Duty Black Ops 3 videos, and Advanced Warfare, and of course, my Destiny video, guys. Anyway, guys, as always, I've been Hitman. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next video, guys. Hitman, out.